The NFT market making a comeback, Memecoin getting closer and closer, and the SEC moving the markets. Welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. I haven't done one of these news recap videos in a while, so I thought today would be a great day to do one. As usual, nothing in this video is financial advice, and if you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button? So the NFT market saw a nice rally over the past week. If you look at any of the top collections on Blur, you could see in the last 7 days, most of them, if not all of them, are green, some even in the double digits. There's also been some profitable mints. We had the ZTX Genesis homes, these minted for 0.06. And while it did start off as a slow mint, they managed to sell them out and go up to a floor of 0.16, which is a nice 2.5x flip. Now this project is a metaverse project, and I believe their public demo is coming out in Q4 of this year. Another project that did very well was Sam Spratt's Monument game. Of course, this one minted last week, not this week, but this week the council chose the final winners of the Skulls of Lucy, which the last sale on these was 90 ETH, so a very nice prize to the 3 people who won these. And I'm happy to say the floor of these is sustaining very well after the game is over and there's no more prize to be won. Typically with an NFT mint, we would see a huge dump, but because this is a real artist and he has a ton of fans, it's great that this is sustaining, especially when you consider how expensive this mint was. I was able to mint one through Nifty Gateway. These went for 3.33 ETH, and you didn't need to bot it or anything, like you were able to just purchase it, and they're still above 6 ETH. Now, a couple things I would love to see. One, I would love to see him open a private chat either on Discord or Telegram or wherever with both the council members, so the holders of the Skulls of Lucy, as well as the holders of these editions, because there's some really big people, there's some huge artists. It would be great to network with them. But the other thing I would love to see, and I don't believe they've announced or even hinted at this, but considering that this is Sam's first edition, so 256 identical pieces, although I think 3 of them were burnt to claim the prizes, I would love for the remaining pieces to be able to be burnt, and then everybody would be able to claim a one-of-one mask. So similar to the Skulls of Lucy, everybody has their own unique skull. It would be dope if this was like his Gen 2 collection where everybody had their own unique mask. Next up, Otherside announced a public beta coming for their game, The Legends of Mara, in partnership with Faraway, which is set to release this month. Now, I'm not exactly sure how this game is going to be played. I don't believe it's an open world game where you just walk around like in the previous betas. What this has to do with is the vessels that were received from separating them from our other deeds pieces, which is the land for the Otherside's game. So if we go to the original Legends of Mara website that they posted a while back, you can see here there's 3 different kinds of vessels, and these are going to finally hatch into 3 different characters who each have their own unique abilities. And this all has to do with farming fragments on your other deeds land. If you look here, there's fragments, and you can either attach a coda, so the Genesis codas, or a farmer Mara, and then they can harvest these fragments from the land. And it seems like it's like these bugs. Some of them look like kind of plants. I guess it's just going to be bugs. And what you can do with these is you could feed it to your Mara, and your Mara is going to evolve into what they call a coda Mara. So this is not a one-time game. As you can see here, this is just the first season, but it's great to see this game move forward. So it seems like there's 3 main NFTs that you're going to be using here. It's going to be the vessels, which are going to evolve into the Mara. There's going to be the coda, if you have one, and of course your other deeds land. Next up, Artifact is finally shipping out the crypto kicks, those self-lacing shoes. These were originally sold back in December after all the FUD of the Monolith 2 box opening, which was at one point selling for up to 4 ETH. And when they finally opened, which wasn't a manual reveal, they just automatically forced everyone to reveal them. It ended up being this lace engine, which all it did was give you a small discount on their shoes, which are very expensive. I can't exactly recall the price. I believe the shoes ranged from 0.3 all the way up to 0.85, which is very expensive for shoes. That's over $1,000. And of course, a lot of people were disappointed. It caused price crashes for the Artifact ecosystem. Now, I did purchase 2 pairs of these shoes, so I've been waiting for them for a long time. They were originally supposed to ship out in June, then it got delayed till August, and we're finally getting them in September. So while I'm excited to finally get my shoes, I've also been considering either like writing a thread, not in a mean way, but just like a research way, writing a thread or making a video about Artifact, because it really does feel like the project's theme is to release really cool ideas and then either delay or just not deliver on them and just release more stuff that they charge the community for. Like, we're paying money for all this stuff and it takes months for it to be delivered. I understand there's a lot going on behind the scenes and this stuff takes a lot more time than we probably know, but we still have no info on the Monolith X, which was a box that they gave us to make up for the Monolith 2. Project Animus still has not launched, even though they recently had a small teaser for it. And we were originally supposed to get more details back in January, but with all the FUD, they delayed it. So I hope that them shipping out the shoes means that we're finally going to get more info or even going to get to hatch our eggs, because I'm really hoping for some like move to earn quests with these shoes where you get to play a game, maybe like Pokemon Go. I know I'm asking for a lot, but it'd be dope if you could play a game like Pokemon Go. I go outside, I walk around, and then that helps hatch my egg. Now, another product that I've been waiting for is the crypto dunks, because these were in the Monolith ones, which is over a year ago, and they came with the vials, which are down very bad. The shoes at one point were over 1 ETH. The vials were, I believe they were like a 0.3 for the base vial, and they're currently sitting at 0.03. And this was a really good idea. Like, these vials, you put them in your shoes, they're gonna evolve. There's this evolution tree. You could have a unique path that nobody else chose. And there's been no updates. Like, nothing has happened with this. We recently saw that they're going to have a forge for the shoes, but as for evolving your vial, there hasn't been a single piece of news. So it's this recurring theme of we have no idea what's going on. There's no communication with the community, which is one of the main things they said they would start doing after the FUD happened with Monolith 2. So I don't know what's going on. And like, this is the kind of stuff that made me proud to be a Artifact holder. Like, these ideas with the vials and really unique stuff, nobody else in the space was doing it. So I hope they can return to this for me. Like, I'm speaking for myself. There's still a community who loves them. I'm just speaking for my own opinion of Artifact, because I still feel that they have a very strong brand and they could do very well once AR goes mainstream. Next up, we finally got details about Memecoin during the last GM show. So I'm not sure if you already saw it. I'll link it in the description down below if you haven't. I did my own predictions on what I feel Memecoin is going to be worth, and it's just speculation. I have no idea if my estimates were correct. Even with this information, we still don't know. However, some things that I did say, the total supply is indeed 69 billion. The FDV is 69 million. The starting price 0.001. And during the GM show, Char did confirm that the starting market cap, which I don't think you're going to be able to hit on secondary, but the starting market cap is in the single, if not low double digit millions. So 6.9 million is still in play. And we also found out that we're going to get 1/5, so 20% of the initial airdrop unlocked immediately. The rest is going to be vested, and that there is a rarity factor for captains, which is something I did not consider during my calculations. Now, another thing that they spoke about is the fire sale, and here we found out that 25% of the fire sale is going to be unlocked immediately, and the remainder is going to be locked up for a period of 18 months, released daily. So overall, it was a great space. It had been a while since the team just pulled up and started dropping information that everyone has been waiting for. We still don't know when Memecoin, that's the main thing, as well as Char. He needs to dox. We haven't got a dox from Char yet, but overall a great space, and it definitely made me more comfortable holding my captains, because, you know, even though it's stressful when you see your NFTs go from 10 ETH down to 3. But a great space, and I'm still looking forward to Memecoin. Next up, we saw Impact Theory settle their lawsuit with the SEC, which is a project by Tom Beaulieu, who's like some YouTube motivational speaker slash interviewer slash apparently a 9-figure millionaire. So congratulations, Tom. Now, a lot of people were scared that the SEC was saying all NFTs are securities, and I saw some headlines going around or some tweets that are just trying to cause FUD. But if you actually read the report and what it says, you could see that the main mistake that Tom made with his collection was the wording, because they were really saying it's like a financial tool rather than just selling you a product. Now, if we look at the report by the SEC, you can see it says the order finds that Impact Theory encouraged potential investors to view their purchase of the founder's keys as an investment into their business, stating that investors would profit from their purchase if Impact Theory was successful in its efforts. So you're not allowed to say you're going to make money, right? This is why Memecoin keeps saying that Memecoin is useless. There's no utility. It's not worth anything, because you're not allowed to say that. Which reminds me, who said that his project is going to make you money?
It's a really fun game that makes you money.
Now, continuing with the SEC, Grayscale finally won their lawsuit against the SEC around their Bitcoin ETF, which caused a short pump in the crypto markets. Unfortunately, it was kind of like a pump and dump, which makes me feel the demand for crypto still isn't fully there. Now, I know a lot of people, including myself, are very excited for this ETF stuff because it means the inflows of money can finally arrive, because a lot of institutions, they don't want to touch crypto, but if there's these ETFs, they're able to get some exposure. Even if, BlackRock got their ETF tomorrow, it doesn't mean that Bitcoin and all these cryptos that we hold are going to all-time highs tomorrow. It's still going to be a very long process. Now, unfortunately, the SEC did delay some of the decisions for some of these Bitcoin spot ETFs. We saw delays for Valkyrie, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, which I've never heard of any of those. But most importantly, we saw them delay their decision for BlackRock. And while this isn't the best, it's not the worst, because they could have said no. But instead, they're just kicking the decision down the road, saying that they need more time. AKA they need to drive the price lower so they could fill their bags. But in all seriousness, this was expected in my opinion. Like I mentioned in this thread I wrote a while back about the Bitcoin ETF, they could delay it for up to 8 months. Their next decision has to come in the next 45 days. So we're gonna get another either delay, denial, or approval in mid-October. But I wouldn't be shocked if they push this all the way till next year. So we might not get a decision till, I believe, late February, which is just in time for the next Bitcoin halving. Our last piece of news for the day is X finally getting their crypto license, which allows them to have crypto payments and trading directly on the platform, which is one step closer to Elon's dream of making X the everything platform. Now, I do find it funny how we have this like up-down relationship with Elon, where like a couple of weeks ago, everybody was super upset because there was an article about SpaceX potentially having sold all of their, or a portion of their Bitcoin. And now everybody is cheering him on like he's Satoshi Nakamoto himself. But overall, this is definitely bullish for crypto. It's bullish for X as a platform, and I'm really excited to get paid in crypto on X. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that bell notification. Thank you for watching the Crypto Gorilla. Peace.